I'm strong in faith.
Faith can move mountains. Radio Maria 91.3 FM.
The voice of truth.
Good evening, Abuja. How are you doing today? Are you home already, on your way home? Still in the office? Or you didn't step out at all today? Whatever you did today, whatever you're doing, whatever you are, relax and spend the next 1 hour with us. This is Journey Through Life on Radio Maria 91.3 FM. My guest this afternoon is a very good friend of mine. His name is Mike Omeri. Shall I say Dr. Mike Omeri, PhD? Yes, OFR. You were born over 60 years ago. You don't look it though. Over 60 years ago in Mubi, Adamawa. But you're actually from Nasarawa State.
Yeah.
You're actually from Nasarawa. You were born in, were your parents working in Adamawa? Or?
Yes. My father was a policeman. I moved from one posting to the other, from Zaria, Kaduna,
So he was on posting in Adamawa
yes,
when you were born.
Ganye and all those places.
You're welcome. Thank you very, very much for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. So this is your first time on Radio Maria. I know you're a devout Catholic.
Thank you.
So this is your natural home.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're also a politician. You're a media person yourself. You're a technocrat, political communication strategist. What is a political communication strategist? What does that mean?
Well, every profession, every trade has its language and how people communicate it. In politics, if you don't know it, you mix your jargons, you mix your frill, and you lose it at the end of the day. So we try to coach people. We tell them what to say, how to say it, because sometimes you may know what to say, but because you don't know how to say it, you run into trouble. So
like a PR thing. You help them present themselves.
Yeah. So political communication is actually an aspect of public relations because as wide as public relations is, you have to also communicate. Public relations also has branches that take care of agriculture, of education, of health, and so forth and so on. So if you carry the language of agriculture and speak in health, you lose it.
Yes.
And then sometimes the people do not have the composure, the necessary calmness to communicate, to talk to people. Because sometimes when you are talking down on people, you miss the point.
So there has to be a certain tempo.
Yes, there is.
So that means a lot of our politicians need your services then, I must say. That's a story for another day anyway. Because you yourself, you're a politician.
Yes.
You were DG of the National Orientation Agency.
Yes.
I remember that very well. I remember that I think you were the one that suggested that we had a national prayer, the second stanza of our national anthem, of our old national anthem. Yes. And people thought, what influenced that?
You see, as Director General of National Orientation Agency, you are first and foremost supposed to be a statesman, a patriot, or a beacon, of patriotism for others. Now, Nigeria is in dire need of a national culture and identity. Today, we always talk about ourselves either as Muslims or Christians or non-adherents of these two faiths. We talked of our tribes, of our zones, and so forth and so on. So we needed to push narratives that would strengthen our bond as Nigerians. It is sweeter to say, I am Nigerian, than to begin to say, if someone asks you, even in Africa, say, where are you from? Say, I'm Nigerian. But from Nigeria here, we always begin to, our lips will be shaking. We have to say whether I'm Igbo, I'm Yoruba, I'm Fulani, I'm Hausa, I'm Alagu, that's my tribe, and so on and so on. It doesn't give us the confidence to express ourselves where we should as Nigerians, because we now have to start defining ourselves before we fit into who we are. And that also determines the perception of the people we meet. If you say you are Igbo, he stereotypes you.
You.
You say you are Yoruba, you are stereotyped. Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, all. So we should try to eliminate that.
So that was why you suggested then.
Yes, so we now said, well, even in our prayers, we divide ourselves. When they come
Muslim
for
prayer,
meeting, they say Muslim prayer, Christian prayer. So are we praying to the same God? I asked the question. Say the same God, or if, well, I know that the concept of God is present in all communities, all tribes, all languages, all cultures. So let us just together jointly pray to that supreme being that we believe created every one of us and gave us the wherewithal to be who we have become.
And so the second stanza of our national, and it's very apt.
Yes, it captures everything.
Yes,
Praise
yes.
for the nation, for the youths, and for the future.
You've come with some soundtracks to your life today. The first soundtrack to your life is Amazing Grace.
Yes.
I'm going to play that for you now. Amazing Grace. That was Amazing Grace. Why is this a soundtrack to your life, Mike?
Well, so many things. Sometimes you battle with a very strong perceived in society, very strong, very hefty in everything, size, money, everything, and then lowly you from nowhere, God will choose you and take you to where you never thought. You may be dreaming of, but you never thought. So it's God, since nobody is pushing you. But people, you see people who are being pushed, people who have the money, people who have the contacts, the connection, but out of all of this, God will take you. And then you survive the vicissitudes of time. You check your life, the trajectory of your story. See, when I started, after I left university in 1988, before I got any job, in between somewhere, by 91, 92, I started selling suya. Then I had 2 degrees. I said, if there is no job for me, even at that time, I should survive. If people are doing this and they feed their families and they survive, why not me?
Even as a graduate?
With 2 degrees, and a master's degree in international law, and I decided to start selling suya.
I hope our young people are listening.
In Jos.
Yeah.
When it was from selling suya that I was appointed press secretary to the government.
Interesting.
To late Colonel Mana, who just died 3 days ago.
He's always in peace.
Amen. Colonel Mana heard about me, and when they told him, when he was looking for a press
a
secretary,
graduate selling suya.
yeah, and he said, "Can he be my press secretary?" They brought me. Some people who were to recommend me weren't sure, because I was just a bloody suya person. In the evening, I would go and sell suya and stay late. So he gave me the first assignment, and the first assignment was an interview, television interview with the NTA, then John Kanama is late to interviewed me on the strike that was happening in Plateau. That was my first day at work.
So just tell me, how did you feel from you selling suya by the roadside and then being given this? So how did you feel?
My training gave me the confidence to face life.
Because you were trained as a...
I have been a Catholic.
Yes.
All my life I've born. My parents were Catholic. I grew up I went to Catholic primary school, St. Patrick's Primary School, Maiduguri, before it's now changed to Kirkasama Primary School. I went to St. Andrews in Mubi. I went to... so we are brought up around that. We used to participate in block rosary, pray the rosary at night in the barracks. We are the ones who used to do this. So it had given me that confidence. That the confidence of knowing that I have, it's just like faith in Jesus,
yes.
In your God. So I already have the confidence to face the world. So when I was invited to be press secretary, I didn't have any fear.
So when you were selling suya, you knew that this was a temporary measure.
Yes, I was.
You needed to be doing something rather than staying idle. You knew that you were good.
I would go somewhere. I would go somewhere, definitely. Even now that I have no work, I know I'm going somewhere.
You do have work. I mean, you are not in politics right now. But you are going.
Yes.
You are employed.
I'm doing something.
Yes, you have your business. You're a media manager. You're a technocrat. You are so many things.
Truly. In addition to the politics that we go to participate in, we have to create a side job so that we are not greedy.
Yes.
We don't enter politics to
As a
steal, to
profession, yes.
empower, and say we cannot do anything other. There are so many people, and that is the pain of our politics. People depend on it to survive. People depend on it to own houses, to marry, to build cars, to buy cars, and so on and so on. You shouldn't. We have other talents, whether we went to school or not. Let us find our purpose. Let us find this talent and deploy it for the good of community and self.
So what was your inspiration? Was it that encounter that inspired you to become a politician?
Well, first and foremost, I have never been in proper government employment as a civil servant. And again, it's fate. Because when I started, it was appointments, one way or the other. And so I said, I must not cheat. Since God has decided to favor me this way, let me continue like that and see how I will end. So I'm one of those that do not have pension or gratuity at all.
But you were a commissioner. Were you a commissioner in
it
various
It
ministries?
doesn't come with pension.
Works, housing, transport, information.
When I was commissioner,
all in Nasarawa State. By the way.
When I was commissioner, our salary was 2,400 naira. So we cannot afford to buy a plot of land that is 10,000 naira. We couldn't. And I know that when I left government as commissioner, I had a small one-door Starlet car. That was the car I had. As soon as they announced our sack, I said, driver, I'm no longer commissioner, take this car to the SSG, hand it over to him. I entered my Starlet, picked my one bag and some other things, put in the car. The other things, the remaining consumables or utilities, I left it for the people working with me, took my car and left. And I was happy with myself because the governor too was young, military administrator, late wing commander.
This was during the military era.
Yes, Ibrahim. He said, I'm from Gombe State. I will finish and leave you people here. It's your state. If you cheat, they will come after you. So let us do the best we could, and we represented the best. I'm not bragging and being immodest. We laid the foundation, solid foundation for what is being built upon in Nasarawa today. So the motivation is, look, Mike, you have to do something and leave a name.
A legacy.
It's not about the money I stole from government. That will end up giving me a bad name and my children, my generation. No. Let it be that I have done something, my hard work, my ideas, the knowledge I have, let me deploy it for the sake of humanity. Let me organize society with it. And so the trajectory of my story, somehow, whether the providence just is taking me along that line.
So after serving as a commissioner 3 times,
yes,
and after the military regime, then you went back to your career.
Yes, I came here to Abuja. I didn't know what to do. My friends gave me guest house to stay. After a month, I said no. This is not my life, because I wake up, they say good morning, and the military. Well, it was military officers. There's a Batman, they will watch this. I said, no. I don't own this. I don't have this. If I stay here, I will live a false life. So I packed my bag one day, looked for a friend, put some money together, and got a house, an abandoned house in Nyanya. I moved there and renovated it, stayed from there. And I said, one day I'll come back to Abuja. I will even buy my house. But now, this is what I can have. I can afford. So we went there. There was a time when they started selling government properties up and down. 3 million, 5 million. I didn't have to buy. My friends were buying. I say, you guys can buy. When the time comes, I will get my own. God will appoint my own time. And so, when the time came, I bought my own house. Yes. And I didn't steal money to buy the house. So I'm happy, I'm comfortable. I cannot take blood money and train my children or my family with. I will not do that.
So you believe in the process.
Yes.
Life is a process.
Yes.
So you believe, and then of course the time also now came. You now became the DG of the National Orientation Agency.
Yes, and again, we were doing some private things. Each time there is a break, I go into hustling.
Yes.
With friends, with colleagues. My classmates, my schoolmate Kashi Musa, Tumsa, and some others. We just formed something to try to, keep body and soul. Late Alex Marama, Samuela Karagama, and like that. So While doing that, I didn't lobby. The person who was advising the former Senate president of the 6th and 7th Senate, David
Mack, yes,
died. So he was looking for an advisor on politics and government. And somebody mentioned my name. And that is why it's good to be good everywhere. Somebody, you don't know who is going to recommend you. God will use somebody to recommend you. And that was how my name was mentioned. And they said, okay, come. Then in the course of it, they say, no, this one cannot do it. He is not doing work. He has not worked in, he was never in the National Assembly. He doesn't know this. So the Senator David Mack, a great man, tried me, gave me an assignment. I didn't know he was testing me. And I wrote, I said, he said, but they say you don't know how to do the administrative things. That was how I knew that some people went to tell you. And he said it unconsciously. So we created a bond with him. He treated me like a son. He listened. If I advise, he takes it. And so I had that access. I was very confident. It also boosted my confidence. Since you can advise a man experienced and so that he will take it. So we had a very, very good relationship to the extent that we became family. And he became a father figure to me. And in fact, my first son is named after him.
So all this while you were not married, all this, your hustle back and forth, you were a single man.
I was too busy trying to prove a point that I dedicated most of my time to trying
to build yourself.
Yes. So I didn't know time was racing, at me. By the time I realized it was late, but
it wasn't. What do you mind telling us?
It was late in the sense
you're
that
in your late 30s.
No. I married at 45. So time had really raced at me, and I said, God.
Was it because you were waiting to build, or you had not found the right person?
Not just that. Like I said, the disadvantage was I started getting appointments all over the place. So you didn't know the difference between which girl loves the office or which one loves Mike or Mary. That is, and then they will come with all sorts of things even at that time. So, and then I was busy. We were always traveling, so it was difficult. I didn't come to the office with one girlfriend with the other. But then, even at that, I guess it was providence. God had already appointed a woman for me to meet and marry.
At the time you did.
Happened, yes. So,
was it a good choice, looking back?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm happy. She's now Catholic.
Oh, she wasn't Catholic when you met her?
No, she's been trying to be better than me. She goes for Mass every day. She prays all the time. She understands that why I hold the rosary. I always have the rosary in my pocket, why I pray the rosary all the time. She understands it even better. So I'm happy. Thank God.
That's very interesting, aspect of your life, that you were so busy, engrossed in building your career, and then what you said about you now got to a certain level of success. You were not now sure of who wanted Mike for Mike or who wanted Mike for the trappings.
Yes,
that is very, very interesting. It's a big dilemma for you.
So by the time I met my wife, she didn't know who I was. She didn't grow up here. My wife is partly Liberian, so she didn't know my story, and so we tested ourselves and said, okay, look, I am here not for the fun of it. I want to marry. If you are ready, let's move.
And you have to be Catholic, or it was later on?
I didn't say so. I said you have to marry, and I don't have 6 months. I don't have 1 year. I have 3 months max.
You married her 3 months after you met her?
Yes, because we have seen the indices of,
wow.
There are so many things that we have seen that make us compatible at the time.
Wow.
So why wait?
Wow.
Because the cost of waiting can create another.
And you were really sure that this is it.
So let's move.
That's very. So you see
did,
things.
and
miracles do happen.
And then to get married, she said we discussed how the church life, faith life would be. I said I'm Catholic. I've been all my life. Everybody, my parents, so. And they've been tempted severally to convert. They never did. So, and I would not.
Your parents convert to
other religions. I said no, they didn't. So why should I?
Did you have any temptation to convert yourself?
No. I wouldn't have because we grew in an environment that accommodated everyone. We didn't know this Islam, Christian, these are latest developments in this country. They never used to be in the front runner. They never directed what we are doing. Growing up, we didn't even know. We in Maiduguri, growing up, we will go to the Islamic school, Islamia, in the evening. We go and pray and do all the things. On Sunday, the Muslims will follow us to our church. Our neighbor was a Muslim. Each time he's traveling, all the children would relocate to our house. The same thing, if our parents are traveling, we relocate to their house. If in 1971 or 73, I can't remember one year, Muslim Salah and Christmas fell on the same day. What used to happen was on Salah day, the parents would do new clothes for all of us. On Christmas day, our parents would do the same thing. So when it fell on the same day, and then I don't know what meeting they had, they went and brought one dress. We said no. We insisted in the barracks that they must give us two.
The Salah one and the Christmas one.
Then they said, but it's the same day. You can't wear two clothes. Say, okay, postpone one. We said, let the other one come 2 days later, So the trouble we gave them, we gave them trouble. They had to take us on that day to Monday market in Maiduguri to go and buy, and you go and pick some rubbish things and you're happy. Came back.
So, as a politician, being a devout Catholic and a politician, do you find conflict in the two? As a politician, as a Nigerian politician, as they say, I'm sorry, I hope I'm not stereotyping there. Do you find a conflict between your faith and being a politician?
Personally, I don't, because it's all about service. The Catholic Christian tradition is about service to God and to man, to environment and to your community. So if you promise all of these things as a politician, you find yourself in office, what are you supposed to do? To do those things. But if you don't do it, that is the contradiction. So for me, if you check my story, you will not see those contradictions. I may err as a human being,
of course,
but you ask the treasury of my contributions to nation building or to community building, it's a different story.
So what was can you recall any most challenging period for you as a politician, and how did you overcome it? What was your greatest challenge, and how did you overcome it?
My greatest challenge was trusting so many people. Recently, when I went to contest the primary elections to run for Senate in my state, I trusted so many people I had supported as well. So it was like a payback time. And then in the course of all of it, I lost with 7 votes. And the people use religion. Last minute, I didn't know to do what they did. So I felt challenged and tempted. Why religion? Why me? That I have trained Muslims, I have trained Christians, I have given job to Muslims, I have given job to Christians.
Did you feel betrayed?
I felt betrayed. I felt so bad. And then the person went ahead to say, okay, he's going to make me a member of his campaign committee without talking to me and apologizing. And then I said, no, tell him I'm still a Christian, a Catholic like that. And besides, he was a Catholic before he became a Muslim. I felt really betrayed. It's not nice. But then I say, God, you knew, because I prayed, I say, if it is for the good of the people, let me get it. If it is not, stop it. So you stopped it because perhaps I would have fallen foul of the precepts of my Catholic faith, or something may have come. So since you have I've taken it in that. And so I have forgiven the person. The only thing is I have learned lessons. But I say I've forgiven them and all the people in the group, because my Bible tells me that forgiveness is central to my salvation.
And it gives you your peace, doesn't it?
Of course.
Because if you didn't have that, I can imagine how you would have felt.
So I don't talk about anybody. I just kept quiet. And people, of course, will come with all stories about those guys. And I'll say, no, leave it. Because they want to hear the little that you will say. They will go and amplify it and create further conflict with people that you are already at peace with in your heart. So I don't talk about them. I wait. I say, God, another one is coming.
Of course.
If it is the will of the people, let it.
Get it.
I can see it. I am seeing signs
Good.
that it won't be as it was.
The second soundtrack to your life is actually our own anthem here, Ave Maria.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Radio Maria.
Wow.
Radio
Yeah,
Maria.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Ave Maria. So I'm going to play that for you
Yeah,
now.
thank you.
Ave Maria. Why is that one of the soundtracks to your life?
I look at my mother, and this is the mother of Christ, my Savior, and the pains she had to endure when the whole world sinned against her gift. And Christ himself didn't make it. You see the way, because of the works he came to do, he saw his mother as just one other in the crowd. But he also found strength in her. And that was why when he was going to say, behold your mother, and you see it in mothers.
And you mentioned earlier on, you're always with your rosary.
Yes.
You're always
Yes.
begging for our intercession,
Yes.
praying through the
Yes,
Mother.
and it works. It works.
You're listening
It's a great companion.
You're listening to Journey Through Life with Miss Sisi Bunmi. My guest this evening is Dr. Dr. Mike Omeri, OFR, Officer of the Federal Republic. Yes, OFR, former Director General of the National Orientation Agency. So, Mother Mary is very important to you.
Who else apart from God? And I was named Mike, who is like God. Michael, not Mike.
That's the meaning of Michael.
Michael.
Who is like God. What kind of upbringing did you have? Tell us a bit about your upbringing.
I grew up strictly in our home, with my parents alive. Then.
Who influenced you more, your mother or your father? Who was stricter?
My father, of course.
As a policeman.
And we thank God that now looking back, we are happy that
He didn't spare the rod.
No, he didn't. We misbehave, he will play with you. Meanwhile, the rod was under
He's
the
waiting.
bed. When you are sleeping at night,
You get it. He will wake you.
When instead of 12 baskets, you get 12 scores.
Do you have any interesting story that you can remember about him?
Several.
Tell me one that is.
One at school. We went to school. I refused to. I told them I was going to school. So I left my books in the class and went and sat down in a park.
Enjoying
And with rubbish enjoyment at that time. You are not in school, that was it. So, unfortunately for me, one of my classmates, I don't know who sent him, he just carried my book,
Took it
my
home.
bag, and took it home. They said, where is my, they said, I have not seen him since, they said, so when I came back, they said, where is your book? I said,
in class.
The teacher said I should leave it. See, I lied. So the man just kept quiet. He said, okay, have you eaten? Go and eat. Everything. I was treated overnice. So I started suspecting this overnice thing, but it's okay. He even went out. So he has forgotten and gone out. He didn't even know what happened. The man already had
all the information.
and he has prepared for me, put his dogoyaro. The 6 of them, six, put them under the bed. My bed. When he came back, I was enjoying my sleep. He said, I told him, he said, sleepy eye. What is it, Daddy? I said, okay. You say you went to school, but he started, what did I do? He said, look at your book. So, and I learned my lesson never to have someone put an eye on me.
Never to lie.
Never to lie, and that someone must keep an eye on me before I go to school. No, I had to have the discipline to organize myself, time for sports, time for school, time for play, time for everything.
So you are grateful that he did that.
What?
Too.
Extremely grateful, and
So
I thank you.
Are you that kind of a father now to your own children?
Yes, I'm
But you
trying.
cannot beat children now.
That's what they say, but they also said, they taught us that time. Me, I don't know what they're saying today, because I learned that time, do not spare the rod. They say do not spare the, what do you say?
Spare the rod and spoil the child, or spoil
so
the
that was
child.
what they taught me. I'm not in this class that they are teaching don't beat the children. Me, I'm still with my own knowledge.
United Nations, we'll call United Nations.
They have to take me back to those days and teach me that kind of thing.
So you still believe in
I have
old
to organize them.
Yes.
I have to help
For
them
their own
organize,
good.
because there is this intrusion of social media telephone, computer. They have computer-based homework. They will stay from morning to night. They know how to connect with their friends. They play games. They do this. They do that. They know. So I want, even if you have it, organize your time. From this time to this time, I will be reading. This time to this time, I'll make my bed. I'll clean this. I'll do that. I'll play for 1 hour. That is how I want to.
But are you able to monitor where they go on the social media?
Oh no, that one.
Are you able to?
Yes, they have been confined to just games. They play games with their friends. That's just what they can do. We have blocked every other.
Do they do housework and things? Do they help in the house? Or you have all the maids and the...
No, they are there, but we ask them to join them.
Of course.
And we even instruct the girls, the maid, the house help, and friend, family. They are family. So teach them, tell them to go here, there. Otherwise, I don't want to, God forbid, to train those who come to work with us and stay with us, and I don't train my own. I want all of them to be trained together. So I actually upgrade those who stay with us if they don't discipline the children themselves.
If you want to join this conversation with a question or a comment, you can call us on 081 084 47518. You can also send a SMS message or WhatsApp message. My guest is Dr. Mike Omeri. He's a politician, a devout Catholic, former DG of the National Orientation Agency. So if I could, if your wife is listening now and I asked her to describe you in one word, what do you think she would describe you as? If I say, describe your husband in one word.
I'm not my wife now.
No, you should know now after all this is. What would she say? What do you think she would say?
She would, I don't know, she might say that I care for my children, my family. I want everybody to eat. I want her around me.
So she would say you're a responsible husband.
Of course she would say so.
And what would the children,
I'm a loving husband.
What would your children say? That is strict.
Well, they wouldn't say that, but they would say, what would they say? What would David Mark say? What would Anthony say? Because they just want to please me. And the mother told them, like, look, your dad needs all the peace, needs all the, so you don't have to. So whatever they are doing, they see me, they want to come and hug, say that,
That's good. So Mike, what major lesson has life taught you? When you look at your life, what major lesson has life taught you?
Two things. First, just learn to trust your instincts and depend on God. Two, be ambitious, be contented. What you have at the moment is what is yours. You can struggle, you can do all the hard work if God, and God will do will wait on His time and provide at His time. So for instance, you are doing the hard work, but God has His own time. So you'll be fighting, struggling, and some people even miss it by attempting to go and do the wrong things because they have set a standard they want to achieve. Meanwhile, God has a different plan, a better plan. He will give you when you will enjoy it the most. So I struggle, I work hard, I do all the things that I needed to do or I need to do, but I am not. I don't compare myself with anyone. So the lesson is never compare yourself. Everybody has his own problem. Or even his own problem and challenges. So stay where you are, aspire to get the best. But whatever they are doing, that is their business. My clothes will not define me. Let my worth be defined, my attitude, my values in the things I do.
I like that. My cloth will not define me.
No.
What does that? Can you explain that?
Some people would like to buy the best clothes. They see somebody has worn this one. They don't know the source. They don't know how. They want to go and get it at all cost. So they will be like that person. They don't know what sacrifice that person has made. They don't know the source. They don't know. It cannot make you the biggest person in the room or the smallest person in the room. Let my worth be defined not by the shoes I wear or the clothes I wear. And I always tell my wife that. Let me be defined by my character. Let my worth be defined by my character.
Not the cars and the all those kind of things. That's interesting. So, who do you have mentors? Who do you look up to in terms of mentorship, and why?
Well, I was fortunate that I read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation at a younger age. Not once, severally. So you find so many mentors, so many stories, so many instructions
In the Bible.
And that is enough for me.
So no particular, just
I cannot
different-
mention one person and say he was my mentor. I can mention those who in the course of life have helped me. Like this Colonel Manada just died. He was the first who believed in me and gave me the confidence, because to give me that kind of high
as a
position.
person selling suya.
Yes.
But there must have been something about
Then
it.
you
apart
gave
from
me a
the-
hard job.
Yes. I think there must have been more to it. I mean, you have been humble as you were saying selling suya, but I'm sure there must have been a lot more to you, and you would have known that.
Well,
You
we write here. We participate in certain things. There were certain things that we're doing. Yes, more apart from selling the suya. There were certain things we're doing here and there to survive. Let me tell you one other interesting story. I was working as program manager of Planned Parenthood Federation. I was happy to get that job. My salary was 1,000 with an official car at that time. But I discovered that the values run counter to my Catholic beliefs, because you have to do contraceptives, you have to do this, you have to do that. And then I was under pressure when the directors in the ministry who are named advisors to the, like members of the board. Now their salary was like 300 or 400 naira. Then here was I, a young person, earning 1,000 with an official car. They didn't have. Even if they had, they were old, they were in ministries that. So it became a struggle with them. So one day I was going on an assignment with my driver, and the thought of what they were doing to me came. I said, driver, please park. He parked. I said, go to the office. In my drawer, check this side. There are files there. These ones bring for me. They are my personal files. Those ones are official files. Leave them there. I have resigned. He said, what? I said, I have resigned. Take the car back, meet the next person and tell him that I say I have resigned. I'm not coming to office again.
Because
He said, so let me take you home. I said, no, I have already told you I have resigned. So if I ride this car, under whose authority, or in what capacity, I'll take a taxi and go.
So why
I
did
took
you
a taxi, I went home. I met my elder sister. I told her, I've left my work, I've resigned. She
why
said,
did you resign?
I resigned because two things. First, my values of around family planning and my Catholic faith
Catholic, yeah.
was interfering with it. Secondly, and I felt that was the sign for me to leave. When the directors thought, why should this small boy
Earning more than enough.
earning 1,000 naira and has an official car and was traveling to London, going to Kenya, going to this, going to that on sponsorship, and they were there. So they started putting pressure on me, do this and show us this, that. The things that I didn't do, you want me to come and be explaining this, and you thought I was even stealing money, or I fixed my salary and all that. So the pressure was too much and they wouldn't understand. Like they were after, there are some people who just be like they're after you, they want to see. I said, I stopped. And as God will have it, I came back and became Oga. They were still in service.
In that same...
I became director of press. There are still directors in the ministry. And I've had similar examples. When I was commissioner, some people were writing petitions that I shouldn't be this. Well, then I was not commissioner. Then, fortunately, I was made commissioner in their ministry. One of the directors that was in charge of writing petition against me before I came to that ministry, as soon as he had my announcement, the announcement, my name on radio as commissioner, he left. I went and made SSG. Late Hussein Akwanga, he's late now. Say, please transfer me from this ministry. So I now called all of them to a meeting. I said, look, I know. Then I didn't know them, those who were writing the petition, several of them. I called everybody. I said, I know those who wrote petition against me. I'm looking at you, you are looking at me. But I want to say that I'm forgiving all of you from here to eternity. And not my children, not anybody related to me will prevent. One lady raised her hand. So they shouted, I started. I said, allow her to speak. She started crying. I said, allow her to speak. And she stood up. I said, Oga, it is true. We wrote petition. I'm the typist. They used to bring lantern in the night. I'll be typing. I have typed several petitions.
And then Providence made you now.
I became their Oga. And those people now became very hardworking. That's how I knew them. If I said do this, they'll be in front. They wanted to please me because I have already forgiven them, and I told them I know them. Then I didn't know them until the hard work started.
They wanted to make up for, and thank God that. So, Mike, if God asked you to grant you a superpower, say, I want to give you a superpower, what is it? What would it be and why? That you can do anything, you can, what would be that superpower that you would ask for?
I would try to exterminate the terror in our land. So we live in peace once again. So our people can go to farm. So our children can go to school. So our markets will flourish. So Nigeria will be great. That is my vision. In all my struggles and for the rest of my life, where we bring succor to that woman that I've always seen by the street corner frying akara or selling okpa. These are the things that I will show.
That's the superpower. You just wave your wand and there will be peace.
Let it be peace.
All over.
Let it be satisfied. Let people be pursuing seeking for their daily bread in peace, in harmony.
Without fear.
With respect.
Go back to those days where Salah and Christmas were all coming together and enjoying, and there was no problem.
If it's something that I can will it, or I can wish it, that is it.
That's the superpower that God will give you. Okay, that's interesting. You're listening to Radio Maria 91.3 FM, Journey Through Life, and my guest this evening is Dr. Michael Omeri. Thank you so much for being our guest. So let's talk about you look so fit. How do you keep fit? Exercise, diet.
Yes.
What tips do you have?
Exercise, diet, and moderation. Eat at specific time. Little food. I measure the quantity of food I eat. Lots of fruits and vegetables, and exercise at least 30 minutes every day.
You go to the gym or what?
No. I walk around. I make sure that I move. If I do deliberate, intentional walking around, then there's unplanned ones. So I'm not the kind that will sit and say do this, unless I'm absolutely tired. I go and do them myself. So
you just keep moving.
I move.
Keep moving.
Yeah, if I have to cook in the kitchen, I like it.
Oh, you
Although
cook?
my wife will not agree, but I want to do it all the time. I want to just be engaged.
Be doing something. And do you have do's and don'ts when it comes to eating? I don't eat this, I eat that.
I'm on a diet.
Everything in mod.
I'm on a diet. So there are things that I don't eat at all.
Like what?
If I must eat pounded yam, it's just one more. So I don't eat pounded. I used to eat it. We grow yam in my place, plenty. We are the ones that supply Benue and the rest, and they are calling themselves fruit basket.
But Nasarawa and Benue was one.
Plateau, Nasarawa, Benue, part Southern Kogi.
Yes, all one state. Yeah, so maybe.
So yeah, I know. But my mother's place, if in the morning they wake up, if you don't eat pounded yam, you have not eaten anything. They will tell you that they didn't welcome you. That's
so you say that pounded yam makes you.
So I don't eat those. I eat mostly cruciferous foods, vegetable-based foods, acha, even cabbage flour, tiger nut flour, coconut flour.
But these days, even with the vegetables, from the things we see online, most of some are even chemicalized, so you're not even sure unless you grow your own garden, your own fruits, your own vegetables.
Thank God there are gardens that grow organic foods.
Okay.
In Abuja.
That you trust.
That I trust, I know. Dr. Stella Iwagu has a farm. John Kennedy has a farm. They are organic farms.
And they're organic. Because that's the thing I've been reading online recently.
This lady, Dr. Susan, Dr. Physic, I visit them and they tell you, eat this, don't eat this, eat that. And you check. So I buy from them.
You don't grow you don't have your own garden?
Well, some of the things I source from my garden, yes. In the house. We are trying to put one or two things. Even yam, we grow yam in the house.
Here in Abuja?
Yes.
in your
for our
house.
own use. Yes,
How do you do that?
in buckets and bags.
How long does it take? How long
Normal
does it
time,
take?
normal process of growth.
I don't know. That's what I don't understand. Because if you want to grow yam, how many months does a tuber of yam take to grow?
3 months at most.
3 months for one tuber of yam.
Yes, and you can have more than, some can even have branches right under the soil. So we grow some, but those ones is for family, they would like it. My food is pretty straightforward, so I don't, it's them. They like rice, they like this, so that's their own side. My own side, we know my food, I don't eat plenty.
So vegetables with chicken, suya,
Yeah,
fish.
I love suya. I sold suya, so I love suya.
That's why I said chicken, suya. Yes.
And fish.
And fish.
Yes.
Yes. Well, is there fish in Nasarawa? Do you have fish up there in Nasarawa?
There are rivers.
Okay.
There's a dam in Doma,
Okay.
large Doma Dam, my constituency there.
Okay.
And then there are rivers in Awe. The river is in Awe. There are rivers around Asakio.
So, if there's any person listening now and they're contemplating, I'm a devout Catholic, I'm a Christian, and I don't think all these politicians. I mean, what's the greatest misconception about politicians, and what would you say?
You see, there are a few bad people who move very swiftly in different places, and they have found themselves in politics as well.
A few or a lot?
A few, because there are so many good Nigerians. That is what
Yes,
the point I want to make.
of course.
So the people, they are only in the Senate. How many are they? 100 and something, 109.
109. Yeah.
The people in the National Assembly, 300 and something. So together they are not up to 500. So they are few compared to the millions.
Sure.
So they are the ones around. They are the ones that you hear. They are the ones. So that is why you hear about corruption. You hear about this from them. It is not from the larger society. So there are many good people. Yesterday I was reading the story of one Francisca Okeke, who has got an asteroid named after her.
Yes.
She's a Nigerian. And there are so many Nigerians that have broken records, are first in the world.
That's a good point you made, isn't it? Don't you find it interesting that? Is this interesting? I should say that they do all these things outside the borders of Nigeria.
So many of
Isn't it interesting that we have
two things.
Great Nigerians, but they are great outside?
Yes.
What is it about our geographical location?
Two things. You see, first, there are some who are trained here. I have seen scientists, I have seen doctors, I have seen teachers, professors, literally gurus outside Nigeria, trained in Nigeria, doing exceedingly well. There are others.
Why can't they do well in Nigeria? That's
Because our own environment does not provide for them. The pressures of society here. If you are working, you know that there are several people on the line, on the queue, to feed from that one source. So there is limitation. We need to, our orientation needs to continue to make people want to strive and look for something for themselves, to do something. So in that place, yes, you don't have problem of electricity, you don't have to worry about water, you don't want a generator, you don't have. Now, I'm not trying to paint a picture of a good society there. They have their problems, even some of them bigger than what we have here. Ours is just to organize ourselves. The moment we agree and we have a leader who draws the line and say, look, let us go this way, we will go. And Nigeria will be the better for it.
Would you ever think of Japa, go abroad and?
I am not sure at this age. Where will I go and where will I start? If it is to go and teach, exchange knowledge
like
anywhere in the
PhD
world,
now, you can.
anywhere in the world, I can teach, I can impart knowledge. But to permanently go and live, how? Who will eat my pepper soup? Fish or grilled fish.
So Nigeria is in your bone. You are a real
Nigeria. And don't forget that I was Director General of National Orientation. So if I Japa, what am I telling the rest? No, I cannot.
This is it.
I believe in Nigeria. I serve that rule, so I have to live it.
Yes,
Even
so-
if I don't want to, I have to.
So
Besides, I want to do it.
yes,
Remain here.
it's been a fascinating 1 hour with you. Have you enjoyed your stay with us here?
Thank you. And I don't know. Maybe it's the wrong hour for me, There are so many things I would have said, and even better. But I'm impressed. I've followed you. I've listened to the radio. I'm lucky to be among those that will come and sit on this table.
Keep listening. And I want to ask you, I'm going to send you to continue your life journey, because I'm going to have you back again to, have an update. So as I'm sending you off now, what is the one luxurious item you cannot live without, that you must have as I send you on your way?
Luxurious item.
Yes.
Incidentally, my choices are limited. I like shoes.
Shoes. Okay, so I'll get to...
Even if I wear them for 10 years, I don't mind, but I
it
love
must
shoes.
be kakaraka. Okay, I'm going to give you an assignment. See that, Radio Maria is fully, it's not a commercial radio. So all our funding, our support is from our listeners, and they've been supporting us. So I want you to tell the listeners how to support us. Do you need your glasses or you're okay?
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
So tell our listeners for support. What do they need to do? What's the account number?
Radio Maria is discharging a great deal of humanitarian service by educating, informing, and entertaining Nigerians. Therefore, all of us must rise to support it.
Thank you.
And we can support it. We can listen to it first on 91.3 FM. That is their
wavelength, yes.
Wavelength. Then for support to Radio Maria and its development initiative, you can send to Zenith Bank account number 101755675. Account number again 101755675. I'm sending my own.
Oh, thank you. In fact, you did that assignment. I think we should give you a slot so that you be a permanent presenter here. You did it better than even. So you heard from the former Director General of the National Orientation Agency. It's been my great pleasure. He's a friend of mine, actually. And I'm so happy that you found time in a very, very busy schedule
Anything for you.
Spend 1 hour with us. I'm so grateful.
Anything for you.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I hope that when I call you again, you will come
Definitely.
and you will share more.
And I want to thank you and encourage your commitment to our faith. I see the work you do in the church. It is not for me to judge.
Thank you.
God, who has enabled you, will judge you.
I appreciate. Thank you, my regards. I'm going to close with the final, the third soundtrack to your life, which is There Was a Man in Jericho.
Named Zacchaeus.
Yes, thank you. Keep listening to Radio Maria 91.3 FM. I come your way again next week, Monday, 5 o'clock. Take care. Have a good evening. God bless you.